County clerk quit over the Supreme Court's gay marriage ruling.
Grenada County's circuit clerk turned in her resignation today. Linda Barnett says giving same-sex couples marriage licenses violates her religious beliefs. 16 WAPT's Scott Simmons asked the governor about it. He's live now at the state capitol. Scott?
Yeah, the governor told me the state has written to the Court of Appeals seeking guidance on things like settlement issues and attorney's fees in the wake of this gay marriage legal fight. He says the state is exploring its possible options, but for the most part it appears the gay marriage legal fight in Mississippi is a done deal.
Do you believe the state should go forward in its fight against?
I don't think we have any choice. Go forward in the fight? No, I think this matter's been settled by the Supreme Court. I think it's just a matter of technicalities now.
Seems to be open to the idea, or the governor is signaling an end to the gay marriage fight in Mississippi. He does seem to be open to the idea of taking the state flag fight back to a vote of the people.
The governor firing back at the claims the state flag with the Confederate emblem on it is hurting Mississippi's ability to lure businesses.
I'm not tone deaf to that conversation, but if you look at South Carolina, one of the competitors we've really had over the last 8 years has been South Carolina. And while they've been taking industries that oftentimes we are in competition with that go to South Carolina, while Governor Haley rightfully so has been bragging about that, they've been flying the battle flag over their capital.
The Charleston church massacre fueling a renewed debate on changing Mississippi's state flag. The governor initially issued a written statement saying voters had overwhelmingly decided this matter in 2001.
I will tell you, I believe if it's going to be changed, the people will have to make that decision. We are the sovereigns, or the people are the sovereigns, and we are the servants. And so they'll have to make that decision, and rightfully so. I don't think anybody's going to take that away from them.
A statewide vote as opposed to a legislative decision?
I would think so. Yeah, I would be very surprised. You know, we'll talk about it in January.
Lawmakers return in January, but it was Monday at the state capitol when actress Aunjanue Ellis called for a celebrity boycott until Mississippi changes its flag. She also joined critics in saying a flag change should not be left up to voters.
If the right to vote were left to the Mississippi electorate in past years, black Mississippians would not have the right to vote.
But at least the people have the opportunity to speak, and they are the sovereigns in this state. Whether you like it or not, I didn't particularly like that. And now you have a group that says we ought to let the people vote as to how the legislature should spend education money, but we shouldn't let the people vote when it comes to choosing the state flag. I don't think you can have it both ways.
Governor Bryant pointed out that he has lost a statewide initiative vote before on the personhood vote that was turned down by voters. He does seem now open to the idea, at least, of a state flag vote put to the vote of the people. At the state capitol, Scott Simmons, 16 WAPT News.
Well, the flag fight and gay marriage are two hot topics and the subjects of our Instapoll 16. The final numbers on the flag fight show an almost even split with more than 11,000 votes. 51% said no and 49% say yes, they are offended. In this new Instapoll, we want to know if you support gay marriage. Right now, most of you say yes. It's not too late to vote. Just call or text 601-980-4416. Hit 1 for yes or 2 for no. You can also vote on Facebook.